what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I had one more video that I wanted to make. Well, I actually made this video earlier, but y'all know how the people do. So I had to come back and remake it. So, anyways, girl. And plus, there's some things that I really wanted to that I forgot to mention. Gonna put lotion on my legs, y'all. I just got out the shower. Anyways, so listen. Sharon, it's all the same. Cheryl, Karen, girl, Sharon, Cheryl, Karen, Sue, Becky, it's all the same. So Sharon Osbourne, she came out in defense of Piers Morgan. This is the only thing that I really have to say, right? The first thing is this, Sharon Osbourne. You want to support your friend? Support your friend. This is the thing when you have people, when you are friends with people and they put themselves or get into or find themselves in, in sticky situations. Like, look at Candy from Real Housewives of Atlanta. She came on Watch What Happens Live a couple of weeks ago, and she tried her hardest and did the best she could with addressing the situations that the alleged stealing of cat down in Atlanta by Clifford Tip T.I. Harris and his ride or die chick Tiny from Escape, Tamika Tiny Coastal, is that her name? I don't know, Tiny, whatever. But she did her best to address the situation by making sure that people knew that she wasn't a part of the mess, but also trying to make sure that her friends understood that she supported them. And sometimes you can only say so much and you have to move on. With Sharon, I think the problem that I'm having with Sharon Osbourne is, okay, you want to support your friend and go on by your business. But to come onto television and act like the rich white woman that you are, it's like, girl, just shut up, go get your money and go home. Because at this point, what we not going to do is sit here and try to educate a 68-year-old woman on what is racist, what is racism, what qualifies you as a racist. Like, we're not doing this. Like, Sharon Osbourne, you are almost 7 decades old. Quiet as it's kept, I think the life expectancy is like 78 years old. Mama, you got one foot in the grave. Like, we're not finna sit here and try to teach someone who's halfway dead on what is racism or what is racist. Because at this point, if you don't get it at 68, baby, you ain't gonna ever get it. And you don't want to get it. That's the real gag. Because if you really wanted to understand or grasp this conversation, then your mouth would have been closed and you would have been listening to the black women that were on the panel trying to educate your ignorant ass. But you were doing too much of this and not enough of this to even make me believe that you really wanted to understand what was going on and why it was an outrage on what Piers Morgan did. Now, there are a couple of arguments. I'm just being honest with y'all. Some people could say Piers Morgan is just an asshole who got mad because at the end of the night, he thought he was going to get some coochie and baby mama went and got with the winning team. Some people could say that, and that's the reason why he's so pissed off and he has it out for Meghan Markle. And it probably has nothing to do with her being biracial, and mostly it has to do with the fact that he was curved by this woman. How dare someone, curve me? I'm rich and I'm white, and you got the nerve to come out and have cocktails with me and then go talk to somebody else and I never hear from you again? Well, most of the time when people get into relationships, you usually don't hear from the people that you go on dates with. That's how you know that Piers Morgan thinks he's something that he's not. Like, when people get married, not everybody. Some of y'all still doing some undercover shady shit, okay? But for the most part, when people get married or when people get into relationships or they even think about dating someone, they tend not to deal with people who they really never were interested in the first place. Like, Meghan just was never interested in you, Piers. So that could be one argument. Or the other argument could be that Piers is a racist because he's not willing to call it out when he sees it. Like the simple fact, like I have not watched the interview yet. I watched like the last 15 minutes. I think it's 2 hours. I didn't watch the first half. I only caught the second half. But the simple fact that they didn't want to give that baby a title because they did not know what the color of his skin was going to be should let you know in that moment that, baby, they don't want no nigga in on their shit. It's just that simple. And the fact that Sharon Osbourne, let me get back into Sharon's ass. The fact that Sharon Osbourne, you're more outraged on the fact that your white, rich friend, his freedom of speech has been messed with than you are on these, not even allegations, like on the fact that this story has come out from the Prince and from Meghan about what their experience was, about what her experience was. You're more upset at your friend not having freedom of speech than what this woman just told you happened to her? It shouldn't even be a conversation about Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan gonna be all right. He rich and he white. Girl, he white. Let's start off with that. He gonna be all right. And he rich. Piers Morgan have another job by the end of this year. Girl, by the end of this month if he wanted. And I just need people to realize Sharon Osbourne, and for everybody else who think it's no such thing as freedom of speech. I'm sorry, it's not. Go out there and say what the fuck you want to say about the president of the United States and see how fast your ass be on the no-fly list. You see how they did Kathy Griffin, and she a rich white woman. They put that bitch on that no-fly list so goddamn fast. They twirled Kathy head so goddamn fast that bitch didn't know if she was coming or going. They had Kathy all in goddamn press conferences crying and stressed out because she thought that she could get out there and say what the fuck she wanted to say and make a joke about the president, but they let that bitch know real fast. It don't work like that. Hello? So, hey, you can go out here and start talking about, oh, we got the freedom to say what the fuck we want to do, and you got the freedom to deal with the repercussions, too. And that's just what it is. He has the freedom of speech. He has the freedom of speech. Baby, he can say what he want to say. He going to have to deal with what comes after that. Just like I can say what the fuck I want to say, and if I say something that's out of line and out of pocket, I'm going to have to deal with it when it comes. Just like if you say what the fuck you want to say, it's going to be the same thing for you. So you go out there talking all this and doing all that rah, and see what the fuck happened. You could be free to say whatever you want to say. And we're going to be free to do what the fuck we want to do after you say what the fuck you want to say. Hello? You see how that works? Like, Sharon is ignorant. I'm sorry, Sharon is ignorant because of the simple fact. And then, like, and I was actually getting so pissed off at Sharon Underwood. Her wig was laid. But, like, girl, I couldn't have been on that. Girl, I would have been sitting there like this with my note cards in my hand. Rodney, do you want to be a part of the conversation? Do you have anything to say? I don't have nothing to say. So, Rodney, you don't want to have a conversation with Miss O? I don't. This shit is so motherfucking stupid. These two dumbass bitches up here trying to educate this dumbass hoe on some shit that bitch should already know. And if she don't know it, she not gonna know it. What you say, Rodney? I ain't saying nothing. I don't understand this shit. This bitch is 70 years old. And she got the nerve to get her ass on TV and want somebody to educate her, but the bitch can't shut up. Like, I don't understand. And they steady sit here trying to explain to her, and she steady coming back and then want to tell you that, bitch, you ain't got no business to be crying. I should be the one crying. Bitch, this ain't even got nothing to do with you, hoe. Now, but Sharon told Cheryl that she ain't got no business crying because she's the one who's the victim. Bitch, you're actually not, whore. You're actually not. You put yourself into some shit, and somehow you turn around and just in true white woman fashion, you turn around and you somehow become the victim. This black woman you have benefited from racism, bitch. Hello? This black woman who's sitting up here trying to explain to you and probably is getting emotional talking about something that she's been talking about for decades and decades. You have the nerve to tell her that she shouldn't be crying? Bitch, what? Sharon Osbourne? I don't know. I just think it's weird. Like, girl, at the end of the day, Sharon, you can think what you want to think. Y'all can sit here and try to teach Sharon Osbourne. Like, ain't nobody teaching nobody shit. What did I just tell y'all in the car yesterday? I don't mind dating outside my race, but girl, you gonna have to already know what you know. Cause bitch, I ain't teaching you shit. Bitch, quiet as this cup, I'm still learning. Hello? And if you don't know, then you don't know. And I'm not going to sit here and try to educate you on what you should know about Black lives and this is what we went through and make you understand and have a meeting with your mom and daddy because they did this and they want to understand. No. We're not doing that in 2021. Either you want to know it your damn self or you're not going to know it. But Cheryl and that other black woman didn't have no business up there trying to educate this 70-year-old woman on what the fuck is considered racism and what the fuck is considered racist. Like, this is a thing with white people and other people too, just not white people. But y'all think that just because you have not said anything racist or just because you have not said nigga, then that means you're not racist. However, if you're not willing to speak up against the system that you benefit from, bitch, you're participating in racism. And that's just the easiest and simplest way to put it. You want to keep your mouth closed because you benefit from it, instead of trying to help us dismantle the shit. So while you might not necessarily be out there whipping motherfuckers across their back and telling motherfuckers to pick cotton, bitch, you really low-key wish it came back. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I don't trust no white person who is not willing to speak up against a system that they benefit from because they know that they benefit from it. So you'd rather just sit back and say, well, I ain't never said nothing racist. I ain't never said the N-word. You ain't got to, bitch. That's the thing. Because the truth of the matter is, it is more likely for us as black people, not more, it is. It is what it is. Ain't nobody gonna just walk up and call us no nigga. But the system that was built against us and not for us, we not gonna benefit from that. You see what I'm saying? So for white people and other people to think that just because you don't say the word nigga, I've never heard him say anything racist before. You ain't got to hear him say nothing racist before. Like, you really coming hard and going strong for a nigga who now all of a sudden, a white man, all of a sudden, girl, he ain't my husband. We met on, we were co-workers or we worked together, whatever she said, something like that. Well, girl, I can't tell because you sure going hard in the paint for a motherfucker who low-key you really trying to throw under the bus, but you're not trying to throw under the bus, but you're trying to throw under the bus and now you the victim, girl. What you saying, Sharon? That's my ghetto ass refrigerator. Y'all hear it buzzing in the back? Anyway, so that is what it is. Like, ain't nobody explaining nobody. Like I told y'all, at the end of the, and I've been said this, one thing we not doing no more is explaining. I'm not explaining to none of y'all niggas on why you can't say faggot. Just say it. Because the truth of the matter is, everybody not like me. It's some ignorant ass LGBTQ out there, and they will beat your ass calling them out of their name. Hello? Ain't nobody explaining to you why you can't say faggot. Ain't nobody explaining to you why you can't say nigga or what is racist or what ain't racist or what's this. Like, ain't nobody explaining. Not in no fucking 2021. You know what the fuck it is. And ain't nobody really gonna have this conversation. It's one thing if Sharon was 18 years old from Alabama or shit, even Texas, and grew up with Uncle Billy Bob and Aunt Sue and Aunt Karen, and she was going into the world and she met a black friend and she was like, oh my God, this is not what I was taught. Yeah, at that point, you could probably have a conversation and try to teach this girl or boy what it is. But we not doing it with no 70-year-old woman. We not. This bitch, either she know it, either she don't. Either she give a fuck or she don't give a fuck. And that's just what it is. I'm about to go have me a cocktail, y'all. Hopefully I can get me some head tonight. I ain't had no head in so much. I just told y'all all my big girl. I have not had sex. When the last time I had sex? Ooh. See, girl, I can't even remember. I be over here talking shit like I really be out in these streets hoeing, girl. I really don't be hoeing like that. I just be talking shit, girl. When was the last time I had sex? Girl, I can't even remember, girl. And I think I said probably like a month. I might be lying. I think a month and a half. A month. Am I lying? I don't know, child. I just want me some head. That's it. Gotta touch on all my business. Oh, child. At this point, girl, I take a bitch or a nigga, girl. A mouth is a mouth. Hello? Girl, we getting too old to play games, girl. Look, come on, girl, bitch. You wanna suck my dick? I mean, I like boys, but I mean, girl, at this point, girl, I just want some head. You gonna... Am I gonna eat you out? That's not really my thing, but I can try. I'll talk to y'all girls later. Bye.